We are just 2 weeks away here from playoff football here in the Crossroads. Some teams are looking to get better seeds, and some teams are trying to fight for home field advantage, and some teams are trying to look to get into the playoffs. And one of these games that has huge playoff implications is between the Hitchcock Bulldogs and the Yoakum Bulldogs. And for Hitchcock, they are 3-0 in district play, and they won in a high-scoring affair last week between the Columbus Cardinals, and that play went down to the last play and almost went to overtime possibly for both of those teams. And then for Yoakum, they need to win this game in order to stay in playoff contention. Again, they're in 3A Division I. Yoakum, they're coming off their bye week, and they're hoping to get, again, the big connection back between Trey Cuellar and Xavier Barnett. And again, they're going to have to stop a top offense in Hitchcock. They're led by quarterback Lloyd Jones III, and they got a high-powered offense and a great running game as well. And this game is going to be a lot of points scored here this coming up Friday night. So now, going to our viewer poll here, I wanted to change it up a little bit. I talked about a little bit about high school for our viewer poll. We're going to NFL, and here's a viewer poll I asked here for everyone today. Who was your favorite NFL player from the state of Texas? And here were the options: running back Earl Campbell, quarterback Drew Brees, quarterback Patrick Mahomes, running back Mean Joe Green, you got defensive lineman Michael Strahan, or who others you would choose. And it looked like it was around Earl Campbell and it looks like it's going to stay the same there for both. Earl Campbell, one of the top running backs there, as we all know from the NFL. And then a couple of names people had with the other. I had someone talk about Bailey Zappi from Victoria. Victoria East, Roddy played for the Patriots. He got a lot of other names too. But again, props up to everyone there that tried to vote there and try to change it up there for our viewer poll. And then speaking of changing things up, the AP poll was changed up a little bit this week with a couple new changes here in the top 10. Oregon still stays at number 1, Georgia at number 2, Penn State at 3, Ohio State there is at number 4. And then team that jumped up here a couple spots, they're at number 8. You see Notre Dame is now up there at number 8 spot after they were number 12. And Texas A&M, after a big win there, yes, on Saturday versus LSU, they're now at number 10 spot there. So Texas did drop one spot, though, there at number 6 there, as Miami is now at number 5. So we'll see. Ohio State, Penn State, big game there coming up here in this week. And we got a couple other good ones, see if anything changes going into week 10. And now over to some soccer. UHV men's and women's soccer teams, they had their senior day this past Saturday versus North American. Both teams won. The women's team won 5-0 and the men's team won 4-1. And also in last week's game, grad Kylie Spree Kolos had a hat trick in the game. Also broke the record for the women's soccer single season goals, which was first set there by Shalea Kopo and then also Emily Lopton. And so Kolos said she feels very honored that she had to do this and happy that her family was there and showed up to witness it as well. And the women's team, here's the possible situations for both teams coming to playoff-wise or hosting games. So the women's team can host a quarterfinal game if they win both games and Texas A&M Texarkana and LSU Alexandria